Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Dark Knight Reviews, and we're gonna continue now with our brand new releases from Studio Series line, and this time it's gonna be for SS71, Studio Series number 71, which is Autobot Dino from Transformers Dark of the Moon. And so as you can see over here we have it on the package, so we're gonna take him out of the package and review that figure itself. But before that, I just want to say thank you for all that support this channel by giving us a like and also by subscribing to the channel. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to give us a thumbs up at the end of the video or in between the video, or it doesn't matter at what time you do it. As long as you do it, I really appreciate the help, I really appreciate the support. So without further ado, let's start with Dino. Alright, so here we have Dino out of the package, and before we go over the figure itself, which looks awesome. I mean, the color red, you can never go wrong with red. It looks really nice. And let's go over really quick with the box. It's over here, as you can see right there, the image of Dino, which is pretty nice. I mean, they have some damage in there, some battle damage in there, but obviously the figure doesn't have any battle damage, so that's kind of nice. Here he goes, a little face of him, which I don't really know where they base their head sculpt from, but we'll go for that in a minute. Autobot Dino, big screen spire, and I think the background is the, let's see, what does it say here? As the Dreads pursue the Autobots in an attempt to take Sentinel Prime, Autobot Dino latches his blades onto Hatchet and steers him into the oncoming traffic. So yeah, so that's the big chase in there. That's basically the most famous scene for Dino in there. Here goes the Ferrari looking vehicle, but it's not a Ferrari because it doesn't have the license, doesn't have the logo. 27 step to transform, so it seems a little bit complicated, but we'll see. We'll go from there with the transformation of Dino. So that's about the package. Pretty nice looking as always. And there we go, Dino, and the background of the backdrop, which is really nice looking. And here we have Dino itself, and let's look at the details of himself. So what I was saying, I don't really know where Michael Bay got his head sculpt design, but to me it looks like a red ant. And I read or I heard, I don't remember exactly where, but he got the inspiration many of insects looking figures, and I think Predator, because some of the head sculpts of the Decepticons, they kind of look like a Predator. So there you go. I was always curious why he didn't give him like a more human face, you know. That would be kind of like following G1, I guess. I don't know, it's just my way of thinking of it, but you know, I'm not from that generation of Michael Bay movies. I really loved the first movie, really enjoyed it. It was really exciting to see them, you know, in a live action movie transform, especially Optimus Prime. That scene when Optimus Prime shows up, oh man, I get goosebumps every time I think of that. Anyway, let's go over with the figure of Dino-Mirage. That's another thing. Sorry, I'm going off in the on the view of the image. I don't know where they get the this is supposed to be Mirage. I mean, Mirage, it was a Formula 1 vehicle, and it wasn't even red. This is, to me, it would be more like Sideswipe probably, because Sideswipe was a Lamborghini, so, and it was red. So, but anyway, yeah, just a little thoughts in there. Leave me in the comments, see what you guys think. If you guys know anything more about why the name of Mirage comes from on Dino, let me know, because I'll want to know. I'm just curious about it. Anyway, let's look at the figure itself, which is pretty cool. I like it, man. It's really cool, nice little figure. I mean, it's a deluxe class, so it's small. It looks big on the screen, but honestly it's kind of small. It will be on the scale of deluxes, so there you go. I was hoping it will be a bigger figure, but no, it's kind of cool. So as far as articulation goes, yeah, it has nice articulation. So you can see, you can post it, move it, the arm, you can go 360 on it. The wrist, let's see, it has the wrist movement. Elbow, which is nice, you can bend it all the way in the back. The head, as you can see in there, yeah, it looks like an ant. To me, it looks like an ant, you know, one of those red ants that really sting you really bad. Yeah, that kind of looks like that. So anyway, so because of these things right over here, you can't really move the head all the way through. So you can push it through, but you don't want to do that. You can look up a little bit, you can look down, but that's as far as the head goes. That's pretty much it. Now the details are pretty nice. I really like it. I mean, you can barely see the little blue dots in it, the blue eyes in it. You can barely see them there, but that's nice. You know, as far as the back, you can see in there, pretty cool looking. The back of the Dino. I like that they don't have a big old backpack in it. They actually compress it very well, so it looks kind of slick on that end. Now, as far as the legs goes, yeah, it has a pretty good articulation on it. You can do splits on it, so that's kind of cool. You have ankle tittage. Let's see, ankle tittage. No, unfortunately, no ankle tittage on it, but you can kind of move it back and forth, which is nice. But it has these little things in there because I give them a good support when you make it in stand. That's a pretty good support on that. You can make it stand in there. Let me adjust the camera a little bit down. There we go. You can see it in there. So yeah, no, pretty cool. Pretty cool vehicle. Pretty nice details on it. This over here is all painted, which is nice. Over here painted. The door is up. Kind of cool. You can put him like this. You can put him up if you want. It looks kind of cool like that. I kind of like it like this. Instead of just having him flat like this, you can just kind of put him like that. Looks kind of cool. Yeah, looks cool. Looks cool. I really like it. It's a really nice figure. Has a really nice. You can kick high. You can see in there, all the way in the back. You can bend the knees very well. So that's kind of cool. Post it in there, like that. It looks really nice with the backdrop. Let's see, what else does this figure has? Let's see, I'm making it stand a little bit. Let's see. Stand up, stand up. There you go. Good job. Now, as far as accessories comes, it has these arm blades, which is pretty nice. I wish they would be probably silver color, kind of looking at blades, because they're just a black color. It just look like plastic. Doesn't really look like blades at all. But anyway, you can put them over here, right here, which it looks pretty cool. But yeah, definitely, at least they would paint it this side over here. Just this over here is silver, just to make it seem like a blades. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, Hasbro sometimes don't know what they do with the painting. Cool. So now. It looks really nice. Now, unfortunately, this one doesn't come with the cables. When he latches into hatchet, it doesn't come with those type of cables. Just like the one I think I saw a review for Dance of Death, which is a third-party company that I don't know which company they did. I just saw the review for it. It looks pretty cool. They did the Dance of Death, which is basically a knockoff for Dino. So that one looks pretty cool too. So that's another option if you guys end up watching this video and then you see the comparison between this one. Unfortunately, I don't have that one, but you can check out all the channels where they have that and maybe make a decision there whether or not you want to get that one or this one instead. I personally like to get stuff from that is Generations Takara, just kind of like original stuff, usually I don't get third parties unless I can't really find the figure itself anywhere else, or it's just not really worth it. As far as Takara and Tommy, or Tommy Takara, whichever is first. But yeah, definitely is a nice looking figure. Okay, cool. Now let's do some comparison and then we're gonna go with that transformation. There we go. Now I have it here with some of the cast of the Dark of the Moon movie, and over here the Studio Series, you can see in there that's the Wreckers. We have a Sentinel Prime, which is back there, which actually was the first figure that I got as far as the Studio Series, and that's how I ended up falling in love with this line too as well. As you can see, he matches very well. He's the Deluxe class. It looks really awesome with those three. And then Bumble Bee in the back, which is actually not from the Studio Series from Dark of the Moon. It's actually from the Buzzworthy Bumble Bee, but it's basically Studio Series 5, I think. SS-75, the model that they use that one. But Bumblebee is kind of the same in all across, all the different Studio Series from the movie is just basically almost the same Camaro design. Just a few little changes here and there. But anyway, yeah, you can see it matches very well in there. Yeah, he blends in very well with all those guys. So it looks pretty cool. Now here I have it with a couple of Decepticons. Over here, so you can see, is Soundwave from Dark of the Moon and Megatron from Dark of the Moon. Unfortunately, I don't have Optimus Prime. Just too hard to get it from Dark of the Moon, and it's kind of expensive too. So some of the figures, some of the characters of Dark of the Moon, I haven't been able to get it just because I started collecting these figures kind of late on the Studio Series side. So some of them are out of my reach right now. But maybe in the future I'm gonna be able to get them if I find them in a good deal. I could probably get a few ones. Not really sure which ones have been released yet. I need to do a research on that. But anyway, but you can see it's in there. You can see the scale between Soundwave and Dino-Mirage in there. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool figure. I really like it. All right, cool. Let's go with transformation. All right, so we're gonna start with transformation. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the blades first. We're gonna take off the blades, put it on the side, and we're gonna start by basically just removing this area over here, these two over here. You can just kind of remove him, pull him a little bit, not remove him. That wouldn't be the word correctly. So you just pull him up a little bit. So you see in there, you just want to pull him out from there. So this thing in there, you can see in there, you just pull him out all the way. There you go. Now once you have pulled him out, you're just gonna flip the legs, or the bottom part of the legs over here, and you can just kind of bend it in there, and that's gonna be basically the back part of the vehicle. Now once we have done that, then we can actually come over here and we can work on the chest area, which we're gonna remove just pulling it out. So we're gonna remove this over here. Once we remove that, we just gonna basically start taking everything apart. We can remove this over here in the back, right there, detach it, and then we're just gonna pull everything out. And basically, yeah, we're just gonna be shelling out like that. All right, cool. Now we're gonna work on over here, this over here. Now what we're gonna do is we actually gonna come over here. This is the part of the vehicle. But while we're here, what we can do, actually, you see these ports over here. This is actually a storage for the blades, so you can actually put the blades in there as a storage, which is kind of nice because usually they don't really have these figures. They don't really have a storage for their weapons, or they have the storage like not that great compared to this one. So there you go. You can just put them in there, and yeah, that's pretty much in there. It looks very cool in there. All right, cool. Now that we have done that, right now what we're gonna do is we actually gonna pull this up over here like this. You can actually unfold the doors. You can fold them in there if you want to. You don't really have to until the end. You don't have to do it at the beginning. It's up to you how you want to unfold the doors. If you want to do it right now, or if you want to do it later. It doesn't affect right now because we're not utilizing the doors right now. But as you can see, that's basically where they're gonna go. They're gonna go in there. Okay, now over here we're gonna turn around this over here. So this is the front part of the vehicle. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this up, and then we're gonna flip this area, which is the hood, and we're gonna flip it. There you go, to put him in there, nice and easy. Now this thing over here, we're gonna try to align it over here like this, and it's just gonna come over here. We can actually close the doors, and then this is just gonna align in there. Now this is the front of the vehicle, as you can see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of push this over here, try to align it in here like this. This is gonna try to attach in there like that. There you go. And then again over here, we're just gonna attach this at the front, and there you go. That's basically the front area right there. So now we're gonna, oops, this thing moves. Okay, don't move. There we go. I'll do that again. There we go. Okay, cool. Now, this over here, the arms. Now we're gonna work on the arms. So let's get this out of the way a little bit, just to give us a space. So we're gonna accommodate the arms in this position over here, right there. And then we're gonna flip the arms like this, and this are gonna join together. This over here is gonna join together over here. So first you can kind of want to push this a little bit over here like this. You see in there, they move over here. Yeah, this one doesn't want to move. And do I get it right? Yeah, I got it right. Let me see. What are we doing in here? See, it's just so the space in between is just so tight sometimes. It's kind of hard to get it. Let me see. There you go. Now I have it right. So now, so you're gonna put the arms like this, opposite, and we're gonna put them together like this, connect to like here. There we go. And they're just gonna connect in there. As you can see in there, they are connected in there. Cool. Now everything in there is fine. Now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna work on the lower area. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip the head all the way to the back, and this over here, the collarbones are actually gonna join inside in there. So just like this, and that's how it's gonna be. So you just, the head kind of goes in between the blades, so that's kind of cool. That's a pretty nice detail. Now we're gonna flip this over here, the legs all the way through like this, and then again over here, and they're just gonna sit in there until we close the doors. So now we're gonna work over here on this section over here, the back section, which we're just gonna basically align this over here. We're gonna attach it together. We're just gonna push everything. So right there. And now we can actually work on the door section over here. I'm just gonna attach in there on the ports in there. And there you go. That's one side now. Now we're gonna work on the other side, which is the same thing. This slots over here, these little pegs over here, they go inside in there. So now we're gonna do that. And you just gotta do it gentle so you don't damage your figure. And you just kind of push things in there for them to align. Now sometimes with these figures, they don't really, the panels are so tiny, there you go, and so tight that they don't want to attach to each other. Now, the back part, this is the end. This over here, you're gonna flip it, you're gonna put it down, and then you're gonna flip it, and then you're just gonna snap it over here. You just gotta be careful when you put this in here. You don't want to create any unnecessary damage or pull something that then you will take your vehicle apart. You kind of need nails for it. I just cut my nails, so having nails actually does help. I know it's not really sanitary, but sometimes just one nail maybe. There we go. Now everything looks tied up, and there you go. That's Dino on his Ferrari mode, which looks awesome. Cool. Let's put them in there. Right there. Okay, so here we have Dino already transformed in his vehicle mode. It's supposed to be a Ferrari, but it looks really, really nice. You can see all the detail in there of the vehicle. Yeah, it might not have the Ferrari logo on it or the Ferrari blessing for it, but it looks really nice. This is a sport vehicle. You just, you know, probably hear a few little things here and there that does not complete a full Ferrari, but I mean, that's part of it. So that way they can kind of get away with it. But yeah, look at that nice looking red color, bright red color. Can never go wrong with that. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like it. I like it. It's very nice. Very detailed on all the other stuff. Right here, you can see a little bit of shades, different type of reds. Like over here between the plastic in some areas that were painted. But overall, it's a pretty nice. You can see here, but it's not really that noticeable unless you really pay attention to it. I like the headlights. I wish I would have it with the little plastic on it or glass, but that's fine. I guess that's okay. Just a little extra in there. They look nice though. Painted in silver, as you can see in there, and it's not really clear plastic over here. It's kind of like a smoky plastic. Smoky clear plastic, so it's not totally clear, which is cool. Really nice vehicle. It rolls. If you transform it correctly, I mean, I might have probably not pushed some little things here and there, but overall I did transform it correctly, so it rolls. And the wheels a little tight, but that's about it. You can probably take them off, loosen them up a little bit, that way it can roll very easy. I mean, this type of surface that I have over here is a regular desk, so it's kind of slippery. It doesn't really roll, but if you put it like in a little more rough surface, it would roll nice. Yeah, so there you go. Cool. Now for comparison, is right here, Sunway. As you can see, both of them, they look pretty nice. Pretty bold looking cars. That's what I like about Studio Series, that they actually make pretty nice vehicles. And although the transformation is a little bit complicated compared to War for Cybertron figures or G1 figures that are more simple as far as transformation, this one, because they have to keep up with the kind of like the real vehicle or real life vehicle, so the transformation tends to be a little more complicated. But you can see in there, I said the looks class. It looks pretty nice, pretty good. Cool. Well, let's go for a final thought and we finish it up. All right, so here we have Dino looking all ready to battle some Decepticons. Now, as far as this figure, I like it. It's pretty cool with transformation. It's not really that complicated. It looks complicated, but it's not really. I mean, compared to some other Studio Series figures, this is actually pretty nice. It transformed very well. Very nice figure overall. I mean, it's a Studio Series 71. Yeah, it's you know, it has little details here and there. Compared to, you know, a knockoff, what is it called? Dance of Death. I mean, compared to that one, yeah, I mean, it lacks a lot of stuff from it, but it's a pretty good figure for $19.99. For $20, it's a pretty good figure, and it's part of the Studio Series 71 Dark of the Moon. So basically, yeah, if you want to complete your Dark of the Moon characters, you kind of have to get it. So yeah, overall, it's a great figure. I really like it. So if you're able to get it, I got this one. Where did I get this one from? I got this one from Target. So you should be able to look at your Target or whatever place. If you pre-order, then it should be on the way. Other than that, yeah, nice figure. So let me know what you guys think about this figure in the comments. Let me know about the Dino-Mirage thing. I'm still kind of curious about the name, how they got associated Dino with Mirage. So let me know in the comments. I'll really appreciate all your comments, all your likes, and I hope to see you on the next review. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. There is a thumbs up. Don't forget to give the 2 thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and share. All right, well, we'll see you on the next review. Have a great day. Bye-bye.